Almost new record. Atmosphere, right? From at least the bosses. When I did Solak earlier, you could hear him voice act it. Really good that they did that, but you know, would be really... I kind of feel like we have this scenario with a lot of NPCs that we don't really know much about, that we don't 100% of the time would care about when it comes to Elite Dungeons. Like, if we had some characters that we actually did care about. I got a misplacement on them. I'm just going to drag them together like this. Music from Blink in the engineering. Like, heck, I'm going to get a lot of variation just listening to the RuneScape music right now, at the moment. Not much health left. Whew. Okay, I'm wondering if I can actually do this one without I signed. Okay. I would say it's actually worth it. I did manage to open a gate, but I still kinda died. Like to be honest, like if RuneScape is ever going to do somewhat like World of Warcraft, they need to include gods or something. And I think they know this. When the East Liske quest has actually been interesting because they had some kind of fatal ending to some of the gods or whatever we've felt some kind of investment in. But getting a new character in as the update comes, it's normally going to be a no-name. You rather want to have a build-up. You want this character to be someone you meet in front, like pre-content. As of all these guys here, they could have been implemented way more in the Eastern Line quest lines, a bit more than they were. Like they could be background characters, someone that we wanted to feel that we wanted to revenge ourselves on. That we could tie them up to someone. Like have a nice character introduce us. Yeah, a longer presence before they introduce them. The last boss actually gives hints. That's a good one. The last boss here. No. If they're tied to quests. Like, I want to tie them to something more than just appearing in a dungeon. They kind of did this. They kind of tied it a bit with the quest line that they added after all 3 were released. But not good enough. I would say if you had Masuta like coming along and talking about certain lore points or whatever. But there are no quest requirements to this, so you don't have to do it at all. But I want to tie them up a bit more. Yeah, that's what the heroes are for. You know, the different like heroes that appear around the world map. That's what they tried with that, but they didn't include them enough. Such as the Raptor, you know, those kind of... I don't want them to appear... I don't want these NPCs to appear as a skill or something. I want them to be more tied up to environment feel. I want them more of a reason to be in here racking this stuff up, because it feels really random. Just think from a player perspective when it comes to this dungeon, it's like... So I hear this gate was open up, let's go inside and kill everything. It's kind of that when it comes to RuneScape at the moment. That's what I feel like. Okay, so I read on the website, right? It says that a dungeon door is open, and its bosses in there. Why do I call it loot, of course? I kind of want that to be different. I kind of want it to be me having some connections with these characters when they appear with content. Dungeoneering release was actually built up a really good atmosphere, a community feel too, because the entire world was shaking at that point. Right? There was like, oh, characters lifted and some mystery power happened. That created some atmosphere to the whole thing. This appeared with all the other content. It didn't open up at first, but we got it eventually. Let's see what Annoying has to say. Yeah, I feel with a lot of quests someone's like, go kill this person, and you're like, yeah, okay, we're basically just hitmen, yeah. At least we have Slayer to make up for the random go kill set amount of characters, because we don't have those normal kill 10 to 25 NPCs and get to the things quest lines that World of Warcraft has plenty of. They spam quest. Recently I completed one of the new old school quests, like it's a free-to-play curse something, I can't remember it. Well, essentially that was like, yeah, someone spread a curse, like a rumor about a curse, but he tried to poison them, so just kill the guy. Really, like, he made everyone think that his poison was a curse. And let's go kill him. Let's go kill a guy. But my tip, well, if you were to talk about it, like, tie this dungeon to something else than just spawning it. You want to... They've started to... I think the boat and everything is a good way to do it. If they had Lana Kea up here, like she did, it was a great introduction of a Slayer Master. Very great introduction, like you got some connection with him. You never had this kind of connection with any other Slayer Master than maybe Duradol if you played really early on. Like, you felt like he was your favorite Slayer Master, and then you did the Gothic quest line, and you had that devastating murders of plenty of old characters. I really like that. I think that some deaths are needed to make it interesting, sure, not overdo it. I would say that the Barrows, the additional Barrows brothers and the sister, is actually like, they are tied up in a great way. Yeah, God Wars 2 was tied up good too. Like, they did a lot of explanations if you were interested. You can actually, like, you understood what they wanted. I've never actually read through things here, but, you know, let's just see here, like, okay, we get the gist that this Sanctum Guardian wants us not to enter because we're not the console. So Masuta doesn't have to deal with it, okay? So we get the purpose of the NPC, that's okay, but that NPC is like, it's the Guardian, right? It's supposed to be something that you should meet in there, it's not supposed to be anywhere, that fits, but I think the console members, there are supposed to be plenty of console members there, right? Let's go on free cam. Okay, let's go up here. So, as we see here, it's 7 console members. I actually tried to connect with some lore, but I have no idea what are these console members and the rest as mini-bosses. I'm not really sure, but it's not made clear to me. Like, if I had a cutscene of them all sitting here, in this room, at a quest point, like some RuneScape quest does, like the Monkey Madness series. Of them, like, talking about this thing going on, like outsiders getting into the eastern lands and such, like the people from the western side of Gillinor, what are they, like, it would, yeah, it would be kind of racist, you know, but I guess, but it's about outsiders, people from, it's a nationalism in a way, you know, maybe not racism, but if we had something to tie it up, because I don't know the full lore, but you have this guy here, he's standing here like, I'm going to watch this Seryu thing. Okay, fine. But I have no idea who the other console members are. It could tie it up. It's a really neat area here. And I think some of them are actually in the mini-bosses around, but I'm not sure. Really great atmosphere, area and everything, but it would be so nice if we actually... sneaked into a meeting from this side or something. You know, connect them more, make it something more. It doesn't have to be a quest even, like, it may just create this atmosphere of something going on that you can attend to and kind of establish. A lot of players are not going to care about this for sure, but for those that do, it's going to make a big difference. Yeah, I think that they missed out a bit on the ED quest that came out with Ambassador. But Ambassador, you get with the pirates and everything that happened there, you get some tie to something later, right? I think Ambassador was hyped up, but all the other characters are like really difficult, and you can read some books. I guess you can read some books that you get in drops if you're interested, but I think they could build up a lot more hype if they had this on release. You could enter this temple through another door, and you saw a meeting, but you couldn't enter this yet. If they planned some things like that out, we could actually care about it. I want characters that you kind of feel that they have some kind of thing going on, and that you don't necessarily are the good guy for killing them. you know. And I'm not sure if that actually it is the case with Masuta, but we kill him here and he reappears in the ED tree. That we don't actually have to do before we get to him because they removed the requirements. But in lore-wise you do. Before you do ED tree, you've done that, you clear that. Yeah, but I think that's what they actually try with those community events, with the ship and everything. It actually made hype for a new island, and everybody knew about Anachronia. I attended that event, for sure. Great way of doing things, I must admit. Really great, and Anachronia was really added in a good way. But I'm going to vote for next Eastern Islands when the vote comes up. I really love the Eastern Islands. Anyways, let's kill this thing out. Let's kill Masuta. Not get another spear because I've had too many already. They are. They really are. But I need to scale this scaling wise so it's not too much. I would say that it wouldn't be of many people's interest if they added a new currency besides Tetsu. To the game, and let us use chimes earned previously together with them. So we have to do some content there, but we don't have to do the chime grind anew. But we have, you can just go on a port captain log or porter thing, you know. I'm not just saying this because I have 1 million chimes plus at the moment, but I don't think people should have to grind that much for chimes if they already took the time to do it now. It is a currency on play on ports, so I think it should be normal currency besides the other. No, it should be like gunpowder currency or whatever. It sounds weird, but yeah, I think maybe gunpowder currency, even though it sounds silly. I think that should be it. The next one besides statue. We already have that now. It shouldn't be used in the next one. Okie dokie. Squeeze lemons. I've underestimated RuneScape music. Way too much. I'm wondering if I should actually honor it today. Because these tracks haven't heard them in ages, and I hear my music list like all the time. Okay, let's see. What happened? Okay, let's see if we can do this. Old school don't like repetition. I tried out the repetition thing on what's the great what's it called, the great something. And unless they boosted it when I started, I don't see why they complained. It's nothing. It's so few hours of stuff to do. I wish he spoke here. I should count to 2 before I do the devotion thing, because I think he does it for 2 seconds or something. It was a bad idea to do the change there. If only those words were read up, it would create a big atmospheric thing. For sure. Are you going to pulverize me? Oh, I missed the pulverize. No, those lines here. Read them in chat, in my chat down there. We are coming for everything as they said we couldn't have. Who could possibly stop us? The answer is not you, not today. Something like that, you know. Would be better. I don't think... The fun part about me is that I'm really bad with my normal ways of saying things, but if I make a silly voice to it, I'm much better. Makes me think if I should talk in a silly with a silly noise at all time. Thanks a lot for the follow, Annoying. Really appreciate that. He's going to fly now. Theryu gifts us power. Though it may not be willingly, it is essential. We will melt every crown. We will raise every stronghold. The true tranquility can only be achieved through destruction. We will spread this influence to the edges of the universe. And water noises. Really good water noises though, right? At this point, I should move down soon. Clearing this one, and then I have to go down. I don't think I can do a read up on the last part because it's really difficult for me to actually focus on the last part here, because he will say more things. And I will most likely die. These waters will show you where you stand. I don't think he says anymore, does he? Doesn't seem like it. Maybe coded to something else. I'm going to eat up just to be sure. I think I sounded like a Kingdom Hearts character, to be honest. No, I don't think it's silly enough. So you can use barricade and heal from it. Really recommend doing that. No heal for me. All the time. Was a late one. Got my luck ring on. The war spear curse has been broken. What do you need to fulfill, mister? It's called witching. So it's something to do with a witch. Oh,